Hello and welcome back, or welcome if this is your first time, to the Ancient Esoterica YouTube channel. My name is Sarah, and today we're going to do a little psychic reading with the wisdom of the dragons. So I've been getting a lot of guidance since a few weeks ago, probably beginning of August, that the dragon energy was going to be very strong in the months to come. This can be connecting with dragon spirit guides, connecting with the dragon archetype, dragon energy, mythology, movies, any sort of just dragon essence is going to be supportive of us during the month of September. And my intention for this reading is to provide guidance and clarity to anyone who is receiving this message on their screen. So if you're seeing this message or this video, then there's a message here for you. So I've been doing tarot or doing professional tarot readings for 5 years now, and I've been dabbling in the arts of tarot for about 6 years. Wow, actually like 6 years around now. September 2018 is when I started. And I've always found it to be such a valuable tool for just providing insight into the themes and archetypes, energies, just anything that's going on in my life in the particular moment that I'm doing the reading. So take what resonates and leave what does not. And yeah, we're gonna call on the dragon spirit guides and dragon energies to bring forth any messages for us at this time. And I feel like as we enter the month of September, there's just a feeling of something imminent on the horizon, like something's coming, and that can be a little unsettling, especially due to the uncertainty. But the more we can actually step into and lean into that uncertainty, we can actually, on the other side of that, can be massive growth, blessings, opportunities. Whatever we've been trying to call in, maybe for the past year or two, is on the other side of stepping into, leaning into this uncertainty. Okay, so the spread that I used is a custom spread that I made years ago when I was the in-house psychic at a metaphysical shop in Florida. And it basically contains 5 cards. I almost said 4. 5 cards. The first card, which is this one right here, is where we're at currently and the energies that we're beginning to step out of. And we got the 4 of Cups. So that makes a lot of sense for my personal journey. So I've really been in this introspective, meditative, contemplative chapter of my journey. Very much like a hermit phase where I've been really getting to the bottom of a lot of matters and really illuminating my own darkness and a lot of collective darkness from the inside out. Because the 4 of Cups really represents taking time out to rest and really being in waiting, but not really seeing the blessings that the universe is trying to bestow upon us. So here we have a sleeping dragon, and another dragon is trying to deliver this cup to this dragon, but he's sleeping, so he can't receive that cup. So this card comes with a message to, yes, take time to rest and contemplate, but also to really open your awareness to what blessings and what gifts and new energies and opportunities are trying to come into your life through this rest period. Because oftentimes we see rest as bad and as something that shouldn't be, and that we should, get moving and be productive. But that's actually rooted in a wound, in a lot of wounds that resonate with inadequacy and that hustle culture that's been imprinted upon us. And rest can actually be a gift in and of itself, because it provides this reset point so that we can pivot towards things that are meant for us and that more resonate with us. Because the next card we have is the Shaman, which is also the Magician card if you're familiar with tarot. And this is the card of the cosmic creator, which reminds us that we are all creator beings and that we all hold the creative powers of the universe within us. That everything we see externally and around us, we also do hold within us. In addition to that, you can also say the shaman or the magician card is one that really does tread into the unknown and utilizes alchemy and all of the elements to create a desired result. So you can see also in this card, there is a symbol of each of the suits, each of the 4 elements. We have a pentacle, a wand, a sword, and a cup here. So the shaman blends all of the elements, all of the aspects of life in order to create a desired outcome. He is a master manifester because he knows how to wield the laws of the universe, the elements of life, to create his desired outcome. Here, it's getting a little windy. I don't want my cards to be away. So I feel like we're stepping out of this. So I feel like we're stepping out of this rest period here, which was necessary and was very divinely guided. And we're, through taking time to go within and to contemplate and to really know thyself, we understand our true creative powers now as a human being in this human experience. And we're ready to wield our powers to create what we desire and to create the life of our dreams. Because I've been really feeling that September, I just got such a download as I was about to say this. September is a massive awakening point. It's like a nexus point almost, because so my awakening began in September of 2018, and I've seen how a lot of like mass waves of awakening, when a lot of groups of souls and just a lot of people awaken sort of all at once, all at one time, through starting to question their reality, becoming more sensitive, maybe sicknesses, illness, whatever. It all often has been coinciding in the September months over the past, I'd say 6 or 7 years, because I've heard a lot of spiritual awakening stories and seen within my own journey and within the journey of those around me that September is this massive awakening point. And it does follow right after August, the month of August, which holds the Lionsgate portal within it. So that is also a massive activating, like spiritual awakening, activating point. So I feel like this September in 2024 is very much the same and is very much illuminating our spirit, which can come with a lot of anxiety, uncertainty, confusion, and even depression when we have these illusions shattered around us. Because most of us have been engulfed within the illusions of the matrix, within the illusions of physicality, of the wheel of samsara. We've all been sort of like caught in these illusions for a reason. It's part of the human experience and part of the game of life. However, many of us have been held within these realms of unconsciousness much too long. And so many of us are being rapidly awoken to many truths. And this can even be for people who have been on the spiritual path for some time. Maybe you're having a lot of truths really illuminated within yourself that can be quite shocking. So I invite everyone to just remember your creative power and that anything you're experiencing is there for a reason to teach you something. And it really, truly is often within our greatest challenges that lie the seed for our greatest gifts. And I literally just made tea. I want to go grab my tea bag real quick so I can show you guys. I just made tea and I'm just going to go grab it. All right, we back. And so I just poured this tea right before I got the intuition to film this video. And the tea bag says, accept the challenge you are facing. It may become your greatest gift. And that is a very potent teaching that also comes from the Gene Keys work, if you're familiar with it. It's created by Richard Rudd, and often within that body of work, it is said that within our shadows, because every single gene key has a shadow, a gift, and a city frequency, and the shadow frequency always holds the seeds for our greatest gift. So it is within the shadow that we awaken our gift. And we couldn't have our gift without our shadow, vice versa. So I feel like that is going to be a massive theme as we go throughout the month of September and into October, because challenges are being presented to us, but it is for the purpose of illuminating the gifts and the power we have within. Because the shaman, the magician, he knows his power, and he knows that he can wield the elements in his favor to create what he desires, what he wants. And he understands that he can have what he wants. So if you're feeling a little bit of resistance as I'm saying this, and if you're feeling like you can't have what you want, or you can't create the life that you want, I invite you to really go into that resistance and ask yourself why, because we are all inherently worthy. And I will say this too, the human experience is inherently neutral. So whatever you feel a desire for or a passion for, there's nothing wrong with that. And if you can bring yourself back to neutrality and understand that everybody is worthy, everyone is deserving to have what they want, and really step beyond like good and bad, like, oh, it's bad that I don't want to work a 9-to-5, or it's good that I want to be an entrepreneur. If you step beyond those labels, everything just is. Like it is possible to be an entrepreneur. It is possible to work a 9-to-5. It's up to us though to discover what most resonates with us and what we want to create. And that's what this magician card really represents. It really represents stepping into your intentional kind of creative mode, essentially. This is the guidebook for this deck, and I just feel called to read the excerpt for the shaman card, the magician card, real quick. So we're gonna look it up. The shaman. In a stone circle overlooking the sea, a great gold Asian dragon coils in and out around the monoliths, grounding himself in the sacred. He is old, his whiskers rimmed by the centuries to a silvery hue, and he is wise. He knows the ways of all things magical and rare. Pentacle, sword, wand, and cup are his tools and at his command. Charmed by dragon fire and ancient incantation, the cup simmers before him until in the mystic steam rises a hallowed orb. Blue jays. The dragon's pearl of wisdom, his conjured creation. The power of the golden dragon. All right, Blue Jay, I hear you. Hi, buddy. You're so pretty. The power of the golden dragon is one of focused will and transformation, of mastery of word, mind, and matter. Raw mystical energy crackles around you, waiting to be manipulated. I'm going to read that again real quick. Raw mystical energy crackles around you, waiting to be manipulated. So there is this raw energy that is really coming in the month of September. And I'm feeling that that's what catalyzes this awakening that I've noticed over the years, is that it's almost like when the Lionsgate portal opens up on August 8th every year, a rush of just raw, potent spiritual energy floods into the earth plane. And we can see that through all the solar activity that goes on and has been going on over the past few weeks. We've been being hit with the most potent solar flares in the past 25 years or something like that. And that causes the Schumann resonance to spike, which is our own electromagnetic field, and causes our energy to spike. And that's what spiritual energy is. It's just high vibrational, potent, raw, creative energy. So yeah, I'm gonna go back to reading now. With the conscious mind at its peak, you are able to turn ideas into actions and gain a firm talon hold on the wildest scenarios life throws your way. You know what you want and are equipped with the skill and creativity to shape the elements to your liking. Under the shaman's influence, new projects and works beg to be tackled. You might even take up that epic novel you've tucked into the back of your desk drawer. The wild, dreamy desire of the fool is now under your control, there to be fashioned with direction and purpose. I have full chills on my whole left side right now. I only have hair right here, so I always just go right here like, ooh, goosies. So, and I feel like that is just the most perfect message for the position this card is in, because it's that first step we're taking into the unknown after this chapter we've been in. And the next card we have is the Sun card, which this card always really represents to me a lot of inner child energy, reconnection with the inner child, and awakening of our inner sun, which can be correlated to the solar plexus chakra. That is in a lot of mystical traditions and a lot of ancient teachings called our internal sun. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of solar plexus activations within this next month, because that really coincides with a lot of these energies we've been picking up on, which is that shattering of illusions, awakening of the true self. And our solar plexus chakra is our sense of self, our sense of self-worth, self-esteem, our ability to move towards our goals, and our connection with our will and our willpower. It is our power center, and it's the center of digestion and that inner flame, that inner fire. And so it really feels like, with all this cosmic energy and all this change currently happening, that it's awakening our inner fire and really lighting that fire within our solar plexus to move towards our life's work. We saw at the end of the Shaman card how it represented finishing that novel that's been sitting in the back of our desk drawer. So I've been getting the guidance to finish my book that I've been working on for years now, and that it will, if I begin now, it will only take me a few months to really finish. Hey, we got a chipmunk on the table. all the little critters coming to bask in the wisdom. But so yeah, so we're really, and I'm getting kind of a message from Mr. Chipmunk that the more we can honor our animalistic side and our inner wild, and remember that to be human, half of being human means being wild and being animalistic, that can be how we can really ignite our inner fire and channel a lot of our own wisdom and our own raw, primal, creative energy through, tapping into that animalistic side and our wildness. And so right within the center of this reading is that Sun card. So it feels like that is going to be a central theme as we move throughout this month, is awakening our own inner fire and letting that fuel and drive us towards our dreams and our goals. And so the next card, this card is usually one of transition. So it's the final card within these three cards within the middle of this spread, which are the transitionary energies from where we've been to where we're going. And we have the Fool card. And this is the very first card of the deck, and it represents starting a new journey and taking a leap of faith into the unknown. And so I feel like that is what we're being prepared for, is to fully surrender into the unknown and to sort of release control a little bit, because that is one of the collective human wounds that we all carry, is our desire to control and our need to be in control and to maintain control over all areas of our lives. And this may be one of the themes that is really being disillusioned and shattered within our psyche and our consciousness this month, is the fact that we really don't have any control. And the more that we do try to control, the more issues we create in our lives. And this card came up for me and my sister in personal readings that we did for ourselves. It came out for both of us 2 days ago, which was the day I filmed the first episode of my podcast, and it was her first day of college. So it was very symbolic and felt like a positive omen for this new journey we were both beginning on that day. And so it really does feel like that is the purpose of all of this upheaval and this disillusionment that we're all going to be moving through, because I've always believed that everything happens for a reason and serves a divine purpose, and nothing we experience is for nothing. So the more we can really surrender and just trust that whatever is being presented to us is for us and is serving a purpose in our greater human story, then we can really kind of take that leap off the cliff in faith that we are going to be held and caught. And so we can join these little dragons that are flying off here in the distance. Because I feel like a lot of us have this dream and this desire to connect with soul family. And maybe you've been watching a lot of YouTubers or starting to watch more YouTube or connecting with influencers or just people online. And you've really desired to connect with these people, but maybe it's felt like it's out of your reach. And you might be feeling now as we enter September that you are actually ready and willing to take that leap off that cliff to really truly connect with soul family. I literally just heard a chipmunk just run under my deck real quick. It just scared the crap out of me. But so you're willing to push yourself into the unknown and to have courage to claim your power so that you can finally connect with soul family and like-minded people that you've really wanted to connect with and converse with and just, connect with. And so the last card we have, I want to tune into this real quick. So I don't really remember what the Six of Wands is about. So our last card is the Six of Wands, and it's totally stumping me right now, but let's just tune into the symbolism right now. So in this card, we've got a lot of, it looks like the dragon is slaying the knight, which is very interesting because usually in our human mythologies, the knight slays the dragon, and that's that assertion of power, which is a big theme throughout this whole reading, is reclaiming your power and really asserting your power and your will to a very positive yet balanced and wholeness-based way. Like not asserting your power to dominate or to claim or to one-up anyone, but using it in a balanced way to just assert yourself and to just be a human in this collective human experience. So yeah, we're gonna look it up in the guidebook. Oh, I remember this one now. So this card represents having your mind set on your purpose, and that when you are fully committed and devoted to your purpose and your passion, nobody can sway you and no one can slay you. So here, we'll read what it says. Witnessing the homecoming of the dragon triumphant, he returns to his where, brandishing his blazing staff in one paw, and in the other a squiggling, squirming armored knight, the living token of his victory. After all, a dragon who wins can afford to be merciful. On the surrounding ledges, a draconic quintet, the regal dragon's scaly band of brothers, celebrate their leader's return with wands aloft and plangent cheers. Ave qui vicit draconis. I don't know if I said that right, but it's cool. They roar in welcome. Hail the victorious dragon. You have accepted challenges right and left, faced struggles large and small, and come through unscathed. You're the alpha dragon on top of the world. You wear the mantle of success with the casual grace of one born to its folds. Your accomplishments inspire respect, even hero worship. They bestow responsibilities, whether you want them or not. Accolades can easily go to your head. Don't let them. Remember, a little humility lightens the heaviest burden. Celebrate with gratitude to your friends. No one succeeds alone, and an olive branch to your foes. So that really does represent that, ooh, I got some chills right now. I really feel like we have the opportunity to quantum leap in these upcoming weeks. And if you can really employ courage and just feel the fear and do it anyways, in a conditional way, like if you're literally about to jump off a cliff and it's just, not it, don't do it. But if that, say you want to start a podcast and you've wanted to start a podcast for years, and every time you go to do it, you feel that fear and do it anyways, because every single person feels fear. even every time that I'm about to film a video, I still feel a little bit of resistance because I am moving beyond the familiar and what energies I am in that moment. Because every energy or every reading and every video that I film, it activates my inner genius and it quantum leaps me into full alignment with my being. So I do always feel a little bit of resistance leaving whatever familiar energies I was just in, because I know that I'm about to step into something new. Even though it's a good vibration, there's still that fear and that anxiety. So if we can really honor our fears and have courage to push beyond them and to do what we feel in our hearts we're meant to do, and what we just want to experience, because this life is very much like a game, and when we treat it as such, we take a little bit of the seriousness out of life while still honoring that life is a serious matter. It's paradoxical, but so is everything else in life. So I feel like we're stepping out of this period of rest. We're reclaiming our power, and we're being asked to have courage to take these leaps of faith and to step into our dreams and to live unapologetically free, because we can, and because we are all inherently worthy, and it is our birthright to just live and experience as this co-creation of humanity. And so to end things off, on the bottom of the deck, we have the Moon card, which really symbolizes our subconscious energies, our intuition, and that which is dark within us. Not necessarily that which is bad or evil, that which is dark, which just means that which is not illuminated by the light of consciousness. And, oh my gosh, these damn chipmunks are running around like crazy right now. And that which is just hidden from view. So this is a lot of our beliefs, our inner subconscious patterns, the shadows within us that we're not fully aware of. And so I feel like the more we can remember that we all have shadows, and that I don't want to say we're never going to be fully enlightened, because we are stepping into such a new chapter of humanity that I feel like enlightenment is going to be much more possible for a lot of us. But that's not necessarily the goal. The goal for those who are tuning into this reading is to honor both light and dark, to know that we are light workers, but we are shadow workers, and both are what makes us human, because we're not spirits, we're not angels, and we're not just animals. We're a blend of both. That's what it means to be human, is to be animalistic and spirit, to be primal and angelic, and to blend that light and dark, positive and negative. And so yeah, I think I'll end things there, and just with one final parting message. Just remember that you can trust yourself, and that whatever you're feeling is there for a reason. And the more you do peer beyond the veil of your unconscious and question why you do things, light can be illuminated just through that questioning and through bringing that awareness to the patterns and the things that rule and run our everyday lives. So I am sending you all so much love. And if you are interested in any one-on-one guidance, any personal readings, I do offer psychic readings, typed or live calls. So I either do typed emails or we can do a live call together. And I do offer a variety of Akashic Records readings that really, really help you unlock your connection with your soul and your multidimensionality. So if you're interested, I'll link my website in the description. And I am sending you so much love. Peace out and namaste.